Welcome back again. It's a Friday today. I like to give you the days because I know I never quite premiere in time. And I want you to know there's a process between when I shoot, edit, navigate, and So, without further ado, my name is Tina Fierce One. I thought I could throw back to something today, but I'm not going to because I'm not in the mood. So let's get into my random thoughts. Ta 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 da, ta 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 da. What are we doing? Are we still running? I wanted to start this conversation up today with, of course, the trending topic is Zari and Echivuluche, Charlie part of Africa, Chasaroli. Oh, by the way, I remembered I have to actually talk to all my big fans who are not Ugandan. I see you. I have people from Singapore, I have people from Zambia, Tanzania, Kenya, and all the places wide and far. And I keep seeing your messages. You're like, please, T, stop using Luganda. We don't understand you. I will try. But then I would also be humbled if you all learned my language. Now that would be epic. So I had to clarify on that. So back to Zari. Zari had a chivulu. Part of Africa. She came. She was on every TV. I saw her with the other Kalumpen they imprisoned. She's like, she was talking about, you know her. I'm not even going to get into what she talks about. You all know bimbos can't say shit. But that's besides the point. Did they come? Na Uganda julave duka. Wana Uganda balave duka. Did they show up? It was like an empty Twitter space. Zari, so the conversation at the end of the day, I'm not going to go into so many things. The conversation was, she came on social media immediately after the function flopped and people didn't really show up. I had a good laugh. It was really, really interesting to witness because you see, these people think they're really famous in their heads and they forget we really can't touch base with them. We don't care. Anyway, she comes on social media and she's mad. She's like, Kati Museke. Oh, y'all are laughing at me now. And me, I was already paid. Half of you who are opening your mouths can't even afford toothpaste. You're going to use salt. I'm like, who is this stupid woman? Why is she on social media with us? What is she talking about? First of all, child, let's talk about this. And this is something I heard from an old cat. And he said the words perfectly. Uganda, we need to stop confusing common with famous. Bianjauro, you could be common. Being common doesn't make you famous. And being famous doesn't make you common. Now, Zari, I think for me, is Zari famous though? Is she famous? Or common? Bianjauro. Famous and common. Bianjauro. Anyway, she comes out and she's mad. My question was, why are you mad? You got an event, put it on a day where there's roast and rhyme. I think there was blankets and wine also there that day. Which one? There was some South African DJs in town. There was roast and rhyme. There was a lot going on. And you, in your infinite wisdom, could not sit down with the organizers of this event and tell them, Brandi yange etyo kuswala kubochi tegera nkadiye. Emyaka jendi kosicha sobola kuswala gracefully. You see, when you're young, you can kuswala very gracefully. When you're old, it's just, it's a bad look. It's a bad look. So anyway, she said what she had to say. She calls people out and all of that. I had a good time on Facebook. Everybody was clowning her. I'm still clowning her on my Twitter because it's hilarious. My thing though, the real conversation I wanted to get into, because somebody mentioned this and I want to address it. I remember sometime someone attacked me and went like, Toli nana ba followers ku Facebook or ba Twitter oliwa no to work ganida. I was like, ouch. I got 10K. And I could know those 10K by name, each one of them. There is a whole situation where people buy followers. I didn't know about it. I also learned about it. I was like, I would see a bridal store that opened 1 week ago with 50K. I'm like, where did they come from? A not so famous or common person with almost 100K in a space of 1 month. I'm like, who are these people that know you? I don't. So, they buy followers. The problem is, you buy followers and you forgot them. You keep forgetting Mwabaguze. So I think that is what played out in Zari's mind. Zari has a good following, especially on Instagram. Her demographic, I don't understand her demographic. I don't know if they're the young children aspiring to be airheads and bimbos who are overly bleached, or if it is the ones who are just trying to be, you know, started from the bottom, now we're here. Because started from the bottom, now we're here. It's still like, I can't knock her hustle. You know? There's that group of people who are following her genuinely, and then there's a group that I don't think is genuine, because god damn, that was a bad look. Oh child, it was a really, really, really bad look. But again, let us talk influence. Do y'all believe that having big social media numbers can actually directly translate into real physical numbers in person? Because the trend now is we are noticing that people in the social media handles and the ones who are following you are nowhere to be seen. You all saw that? You saw that? I don't know Chidala Zari. Tutumanyira. Tulibako. So what if we're using toothpaste to brush our teeth? You needed us. The same people you are bashing, you badly needed. So I don't understand why whenever something bad happens to Zari, she comes on Twitter or whatever space, she comes on whatever space where she can do a video just to tell us we are broke. Okay, we are broke. Then what? Then what? What changes? Have we shown up for your function? No. Do we give two shits about what you have to say or think? No, but we are broke. Okay, then what? Then when I'm wasted was, and you know, I realized that it's only broke people who call other broke people broke. A rich man does not begin telling you I have money. Come on. Anyway, I'm just saying, all these people have bought influence and it's starting to show. It is really, really starting to show, but I'm happy that happened. Who else needs to host a party and we don't show up? We have done it to win in Waji. Who? Her all-white party. Let me tell you, Zari's whole white party at Governor, do you know why it's full? Because Governor is full every day. Whether you want it or not, they are not even coming for you. There are a couple of people sprinkled in white. They'll shop, but Governor is always full. So there's no influence there. I don't even want to get into this because I'll look petty. So let's move on. In other news, I'm done with that shit, by the way. So, politicking. I went to my shop recently. Back in the day, we used to buy a bar of soap. Ono, Chapanyota. Yeah, we used to buy Chapanyota, a full bar, a blue, a brown, at approximately 800 shillings, no? Then it went up to 1K. Like, it's okay, sorry, we can do that. Well, I recently went to the store to buy a bar of soap, and they told me without fear or favor that that particular bar of soap was at 10K. I was humbled. Sigenda nava. Engoye tugenda zamba le mirundi etano. Kuba wano we tugenda. Eno je tulaga. Tugenda kufa. Tugenda kufa sabuni wa mutwalo. Fuel prices are still sky high. Every basic commodity in my country is expensive, and I'm just trying to understand what happened. Are we also going to blame this on COVID? Are we blaming it on poor planning as a nation? What are we blaming it on? Because the government so far is silent. Has anyone had the government come out and say, okay, they said something about fuel, it didn't even add up because, well, It is what it is. It is my country. But has any government official come out and said, okay, the commodity prices are this high because of this and this and this and this, but we're going to fix them like this and this and this. But I end up like, you people, at times I want to cry. I see other countries, and these are not countries that are far and wide. I like to use the examples around us. Go Kenya, go Rwanda, go Tanzania, go Burundi, and everything that is close there. They address certain situations, because if you're going to tell me a basic need is going to be that expensive, as a government, you should be able to come and tell the masses what exactly is going the fuck on. Not my country. They addressed fuel, and that was it. But what pisses me off even more is how we just go on social media and we make noise. Soap is 10K. Sugar is now 10K. This is 10K. Why? And never ask for any accountability, because we are who we are. Someone explained to me, no, I never claimed to be the smartest person in the room. And I'm not going to claim it now. Whoever did their economics, Ngakwoli, you're tuned on, you're tuned in. Please, for me and all these people watching, come explain and break it down to us. And tell us why everything is going that high. What's the what is going on exactly? Does anyone know? Government bajitunze. Wallahi nga tuli mu government y'omulala. Because I don't get it. That was just a PSA, man. For me, it's a PSA, major PSA. Someone reach out to us and tell us why everything is sky high. And with that said, I talked about this the other time. When the parliament in my country speaks, all I hear is silence. So with all these shenanigans going on, common commodities are actually very high. Basic needs are very expensive to a point. We sit down and beg the question, wait, can the common man afford this at this point, or is it just for the middle class and the 1%er? Because those are the only two people who drive everything. Then I'm like, what does the parliament have to say? What does the parliament does not care. Do you know what they're discussing? They're discussing Zaki. And how he probably could have, maybe, who knows, insulted the deputy speaker of parliament. Never mind. Ayatuloga. Atude wali ku NSSF akuna mitagenda chita. Because what the hell? An entire parliament is at a standstill simply because they're trying to figure out if an MP, a member of parliament, insulted the... Highway. That's why I was like, Isaac Semakade was true. He said this ish, he said it. We deserve the right to insult you. We deserve it, because if we don't insult these ones, who should we insult? For crying out loud, there are matters of national importance. There are people swindling money left, right, and center. There are people being tortured and taken into greenhouses and blue houses and purple houses and all these houses, safe houses. Commodity prices for the common man are too high as we speak. The education system needs an entire overhaul. But our members of parliament, the August House, has taken a couple of days off to discuss if Zake insulted. And abagamba, twenyigire. We should be angry at ourselves. We voted all these lumpens into power. We did. Okay, not all of them. Nabagamba gwetwalo ndasi afuga naye. Bano. Tunyige. Let's all get pissed off. Because there's no way you can tell me that you took out all that time. And what's so pissed? Y'all know I have issues with the UCC because they were part of my situation when I was leaving TV, and I've always called them out for being a bunch of jokers. So they call the UCC guys into Parliament to explain if it is indeed MP Zaki's Twitter or Facebook that put up the said insults, and UCC boldly stands up and is like, well, you see, a chuma, the machine that would tell us if it is his account or not, is spoiled. I'm like, wait, what are you a chuma? Linda, what are you a chuma? This is the same way they insulted our intelligence with the pornography machine. What is a chuma chisobolo bagamba? Is it a chuma? Is it an app? Is it an application from a different... UCC boldly sat there and they're like, we can neither deny or confirm. We can neither deny or confirm if it is him. But an entire August House, let's not lose the picture here, is literally deciphering this. Meanwhile, there's shit happening all over the country. A lot. But man, you voted a bunch of clueless lumpens who just came to benefit off of your taxes. You, Ugandans, you. No one else is to be held accountable. You. Right now, we should be all up in arms asking the Parliament to figure out this whole situation and why everything is very, very expensive. Is it inflation? What's going on? That's what we're supposed to be holding them accountable about, not their tiny little squabbles in who is this deputy that she cannot be insulted? The world was created on a word. God said, and let there be, meaning words are for each and every one of us. Why do you get offended by people having opinions towards who you are as a person? If I see you and I think you're ugly to me. If I see you and I think you're stupid to me. I'm entitled to feeling that way. It is my thought, my right, my opinion. I can hold it. Yo, this dumb country with... Wait, is the deputy the one who is bleached? Oh, sorry. Not, am I allowed? They might also come from me. Is she the one who bleached? She's the one. Guys, is she the one? Yeah, she's the one who bleached, right? I saw that before photos. That is not her original color. Now, that's not even an insult. That is just, there's photographic proof that you were a different color before you became this color. Like, just like we can officially say, Jojo Odong was a different color. He's now, what color is he? He's crimson, scarlet, mauve. So I'm just asking, the Deputy Speaker of Parliament cannot put her ego and pride aside to serve country and just say, we will deal with you, Zaki. Later, we have disciplinary committees and stuff for this. We'll do it on the sidelines. But for now, Parliament, can we discuss issues of, like, national importance? Wow. This country. With every passing day, I know we are a joke, but with every passing day, you keep reaffirming it. Okay. So anyway, I don't know if this is day what. Are they still trying to decipher if it was an insult or not? Yeah, move much. I'm just saying, I think we need to hold these people accountable. They can't just be up in Parliament wasting time, money, taxpayers' resources to discuss something that can be dealt with about 5 people in a closed room. 2 grown-up adults can call a truce or decide I'm going to sue you or take legal action without involving the entire house. Can we have leaders that give 2 flying doves about us? For once, we are begging. I need to know why soap is at 10K. Because I don't even have a minimum wage. So whenever I see things spike up, I'm like, uh-oh. It's about to get ugly. Man. Anyway, moving on from that. Let's keep it moving. There is a viral video that I watched. I think I saw it on one of the blogs. And it's of an artist at a school who is getting dry humped by a student. And the whole school is like, yay! It made the rounds. Went on Facebook, it was all over social. I have some questions. Y'all remember a couple of years back when the same thing happened, Winnie Nwaji at Smack, and she was dressed inappropriately and whatever happened, and we made some noise about it. I have a couple of questions, and I'm going to ask them, and I want, this is for the parents out there, because I have kids, and they're in the school system. And they deserve to enjoy that school system. They deserve to get an education. But you see, the double standards in my country, not even double standards, the low standards and quality of anything is just, it's alarming. So I take my children to school. The school decides to invite an artist. The artist shows up, dressed how they want, rubber dubs on my child, creates a lasting impression on my boys or my girls, and I'm not supposed to hold anyone accountable because as a parent, I did not want them exposed to that. Who are we supposed to blame? Question number one. Do we blame the Ministry of Education that they do not have guidelines for these people who come to give our children entertainment? Do we blame the schools who seem not to have morals enough to understand that these are minors and they should be protected at all costs? Do we blame the students for deciding, well, we can go there if it's available, we're finna do it, we're kids, we're raging hormones and all of that? I am so mad. I am so bitter. Like me, let me give you a case in point. In my house, it's an open rule. I don't let my kids watch music videos because I notice music videos are a lot to take in for a child lately. There's too much going on. There's him, there's they, there's them, then there's the other. You know, the entire alphabet is also too heavy in music videos. Music videos are not like what they were back in the day. You know, in the 90s, you expected certain things. You know, you'd watch an entire Jagged Edge video and they'll be singing about sex and you wouldn't even decipher that they're singing about sex. Now it's different. The lyrics are screaming sex. The view is sexual. There's girls walking naked. So for me, I decided I don't let my kids watch videos. And I also don't let them listen to particular content lyrically. That's how it is. So you tell me as a parent, I am doing all of this. I am protecting my child from this, as every parent should, because these are minors, you know? They're like sponges. They just take in everything. Then I get my child. Then the school decides to bring Winnie Nwaji naked. And what's annoying is that nobody says anything about it. We see it, it happens, it trends on social. I have never, ever had the ministry say, okay, listen here, for entertainment in schools, this is what we're going to do. First of all, why are we bringing artists to entertain children? Why? I think schools, first of all, are supposed to be sensitive to this. You are the custodians of minors. You are shaping them. Why are you going to bring a person whose song has, probably the artist has like 4 songs and all 4 songs sing about sex? And then you're out here also telling these children, abstain, stay in school. Mixed signals here. Why aren't these schools being held accountable? Are we the parents, the stupid ones who let this stuff go on? We don't complain enough to the ministries and then they keep doing it over and over and over and over and over again. Our kids come back home and we're like, I didn't let you do that. I took you to school. It's a boarding school. I expected this out of you. What are you doing? Where did you get the habit from? Well, it happened like this and like this. Who should we hold accountable? I'm trying to figure that out. I personally want to hold the ministry accountable because one, I believe the person who was given that ministry is useless at it. Sijachiru Mama. Now we all know her. Yes, she's the first lady. But I think she was very incompetent for the job. I think we needed a real educationist. We needed someone who understands the core values of an education. And this is not even me coming for her as a person. I am just trying to say, honestly speaking, there were better picks out there. And ever since she sat on that helm, we have just seen the education system going, yeah. Every passing day, it keeps dwindling and going down to its lowest form. So I want to hold them accountable. Because I thought there are rules. I thought there are guidelines. I thought these schools are governed by particular rules where the ministry sets them out and says for our children, because we are protecting them from things like this and this can happen, this can happen, this can happen. But no, the ministry says nothing. Private school owners are saying nothing. We, the parents, are the ones going to carry these kids home and have headaches because we do not know how to exorcise the demons that they were put in front of. This is a call out to all you parents. We can't keep seeing this ish happening over and over again. If the schools can't protect your kids and the ministry is not willing to protect your kids, it's now on us as parents, because you've seen these things happening. There's one I watched of a male artist show up at a school. You could see these girls are not more than senior 3, senior 2, raging hormones, and he's on stage and he is grinding and gyrating with a minor. And I'm like, how don't we see this as a problem? How is this not affecting us? Like, yeah, it is what it is though. That's my 5 cents on it though. I'm just saying. Wow. How many stories were those? Yo! In this never-ending country, there is always something going on. I saw immigration post up to, I think there were 3 guys, and they were like, yes, we are parading them. They have been caught. They have done something. I think it was to do with they misused their office, right? In my country, it's so funny. When you're a suspect, you're treated like you are guilty. It's confusing for me. So you parade these people, Are they guilty? Or it is guilty until proven innocent? I don't get it. But as that was going on with immigration at the airport and all of that, in comes a new story. In Mulago, there are 2 new pharmacies. I think it's First Pharmacy. What's the other pharmacy? So apparently, the big scandal was they do not know how these pharmacies were authorized to be functioning in Mulago. And of course, the conversation grew wild. They pulled out doctors. They held people accountable. We are going to look into it. It is so big. It is so bad. It's Mulago. Has any of you ever gone to Mulago and you get all the medicine you're supposed to get? Okay, not Mulago per se. Like any government hospital. Otuuka mu government walayingo omutwe gukuluma, oyina malaria, oyina mu typhoid, ekigere kimenyese, omukono gukyuse. And they will always give you Panadol. Fewali tugattawo bugasi Panadol. So you're questioning how these pharmacies are operating in a referral hospital? Wow. This is, first of all, anything that has to do with the Ministry of Health in this country. The moment they say Ministry of Health, in my head, I just read thieves. That's all they've done for the past 2 years. Well, that story is going on. But you know what's funny? Is that they're going to say we're going to get to the bottom of it. And they will never get to the bottom of it. The story will just disappear off the TL. As soon as we're not talking about it, they go back to their work. Same thing goes for the immigration situation. So you parade them, anti-corruption, blah, blah, blah. Meanwhile, abo bagay nabo betagagalamiza baba kube chizadde. What? Bush? What are those guys called, the ones in charge of corruption and graft? Baba itani?
Anti-corruption unit.
it is.
IGG.
Nah, is it the IGG now? Corruption and graft and all those things. It is the State House one. State House Anti-Corruption Unit. The IGG is full of shit, we know that. Betty Kamya ain't going to do shit. So that means we're talking about the State House Anti-Corruption guys. Biggest scam there ever was. That shit is so hilarious to me. Like, we can find is often a story and they're like, this corporation has stolen 52 billion shillings in 1 year. It was mishandled, misused, like this and like this and like this. We're like, yeah, it happened. Then you wait for State House Anti-Corruption to speak on it. Unit. Nothing. But let there be one immigration guy who is making them look bad. They will parade that one, put out placard statements, calling Enanga and his people. They like, we are on it. This country is a whole double standard, man. So, State House Anti-Corruption Unit. Ebiri manga bino twagala naffe mu bisorting. Twagala kumanya ababba sente za what is that our airline called? Uganda Airline. Ne bana abamulago tubadde tusaba mu parading. Then we want us to there's so much we could shed some light on. Why do you only shed light on the inconsequential things? Do you know how many money how much money has been swindled in this country and these guys don't say anything? And then they say, we opened up a unit to deal. Wait, who heads it? The State House Anti-Corruption Unit. Tetumumani. They took Edith out. She couldn't handle. She went for further studies. So, never know. Aloga Uganda took the kodio. So now who is it? Oh, please, guys, Google who is the boss of the State House Anti-Corruption Unit. And please send all your problems to them because we can't send them to Betty Kamya. They already told her, at least our people are stealing within the country. They're leaving the money in the country. Betty Momoleke, Chagana. She's trying to deal with it the way she's dealing with her eyebrows. But okay, where were we? That too. And this country is a whole freaking vibe. At times I can't keep up. I can't keep up. Anyway, so as all of this is going on, did you all notice that I read this on Twitter and I was shook. Did you all notice that we have not had a Minister of Justice in over a year? Who the fuck is running that ship? No wonder there's a lot going on in the Justice Department. It is just all over the place. And did you all notice that since Mutebile passed, we do not have a governor? Did they front anyone? Anybody? No one? No, they're still thinking about it? Oh, wow. Meanwhile, the economy is still doing like Kasaija said. Yenga Kasaija asirisi. Kasaija yali asente wano mu COVID nezimufuukira olutalo nga bamubuuza, where is the money for vaccines? I don't know. I will ask. Guy is quiet. Where did he go? Matia Kasaija, come and tell us, how is our economy? When are we reading the budget? Do we even have a budget? Tulina budgeting eggwanga. Kubanga we bituuse mbagambye tugenda kufa. Sabuni wa mtwalo. Sukali wa meka. Wasa tulukaga kilo. Enda yalinga ku 15. Wataano, sisatu bitano. Amafuta gasigaddeyo ku meka ku 5. 5 10 mujja kuba bulungi. Walk to work mbwammwe mwalonda bulungi. Nze nabagamba gwe twalonda si yafuga naye. Tugenderawo. Hey, Yuji. Uganda kino kirabe edduka. Someone used to say this and I never used to. Wafunira kyasevira wano todda. Kuba ebintu biri. It is just so sickening for me in this country. But there's something I wanted to talk about. Are you people noticing the weird political atmosphere? Just me? There's something off. There's something off with the top people. Y'all saw Mama is back with the president. Did y'all see that? Mama and Babas is now bosom buddies with the president, okay?
They're besties.
They're besties, they're BFFs again. I'm like, wow, that's all. Where is the God of, there's the God incarnate of corruption. Some put a sarcastic. Ayuwa, Kalisiganye Babaniji of COVID. But there's something, there's a weird shift in the winds of power. And I think we need to really pay them attention because they have given us way too many a distraction. We're actually not paying attention to the things we need to pay attention to. Back in the day, I used to tell people, whenever I want to know if there's some bullshit going on in the country, I always look at two things: the new military and the police. Whenever there's some bullshit happening, that is when you notice in the military they are retiring generals, they are putting some new young boys in places they are not supposed to be or qualified. Then now you notice police. This is where police for me it gets interesting. Whenever they change an AIGP or like a top punch, I'm like, there's a conversation we need to have. People, wake up! There's something going on, definitely. There's something going on. We need to pay attention. Because they've been throwing so much at us, Zake, Bedina. What is his name? Mr. Applegate.
Mr. Applegate, yeah.
Sagiri. Bachariyo.
Yeah.
Wait, they are guilty or they are on remand? May I give up for this country when they say there's a guy who had been on remand for 20 years? 20 years! And the judge just dismissed his case because he was like, the Chintami. Chimboye. Uganda. Jirabe Duka. We are living in a very lawless country. We are feigning laws, but we have zilch going on for us. It is just, first of all, there's so much going on. How did they? We pray for them. We shall definitely pray for them because wow, there is a lot going on. A lot. How with those few words? I don't know if there's anything I've left out. I felt like this week wasn't also. Someone commented on my YouTube, and they all say like, Tina, nowadays you're just too political. You don't give us entertainment. Entertain what? What entertainment news? These guys have been asleep and almost forgotten for 2 years of COVID. They have only been opened up, I think, a month ago. What do you want me to talk about? That they are grassing? That they are broke? That they will take any gig that comes their way because, well, shit is tight? What do you want me to talk about? You want me to talk about Diamond Oscar coming on stage and calling out a DJ? That's some bull crap. First of all, we shouldn't be talking about him in the first place. Who remember what song did he sing? When Diamond Oscar I have been here. I'm like, where? Where have you been, Diamond? Where? Oscar? Who is there to entertain? What? Which artist? Winning wajibu tugenda okumwogerako yesaba binabeera abawemula. Akola bwakuba kunamira nakuba wemula recently I saw a video mbu yakuba omuntu oluyi mbu bagala nnyo okunkuba ebifaananyi nga babikomaanina politely. Why are you showing up on stage dressed a certain type of way if you feel like this is why they are there? They came to see you. And when they say see you, they mean you. All of you, whether it's your butt cheeks, your coochie, your face, your arms, that is what they came to see. Why are you mad? If you don't want people taking weird photos of you, then avoid certain situations. Why do we complicate life? You will get sued. You will get sued, Winnie, and I see her being hyped by all this. Hey, Muze, by the time your security gets to you, man, yo, TULEKE. I can't, there's nothing to talk about the entertainment scene. What? Movie actors? What are movie actors in my country? Who are they? They are broke. We don't even watch their movies, which is very unpatriotic, but you can't blame us. You really can't. Who? Comedians? Our comedians are not comedians, but they have to emula stage.
I don't say Omara. He's there listening.
The comedians, they just come to tell us very big, dirty jokes. I'm like, aha, aha, aha. I laughed. What are you going to tell me next? Absolutely nothing. So who? Dancers. And the reason those are COVID. Who do you want me to talk about in the entertainment industry? Your socialites. Your socialites, they are all living fake lives. Fake. They come here and tell you, I got this money, I have this money, I have bavu. Bagambe ndage chimanja. Ndage nyumba. Motoka iyo, olishuwe ngoye tewazije kubotiki. Tezidayo. We don't have such a vibrant scene. We don't have celebrities in my country. We have common people. I want us to, that is the order of the day. We have common people. We are confusing common for famous. So who do you want me to talk about? Lydia Jasmine. She takes 3,000 photos a day. We don't know if she is a model or a musician. What is her calling now? And you know, I think that confuses me about Lydia Jasmine. Like her photos, they never have credit. Like more, then you're like, okay, this is an ad. It's an ad for a shoe store or a clothes. No. She just decided, my life. I wake up and I take photos and we put them online. But that girl has quoted on social media for long and she still did here. Let's have a conversation. This is heart to heart. You have been on social media naked, dressed up, semi-dressed up. No one has waved you yet. No one has claimed you yet. Not one single man has said you can keep my baby. What are you doing, sis? What's going on? I don't know, the feminists are going to hit me with like, she's not doing it for the men, Komanyoko. We all know she is. She's doing it for somebody. Definitely ain't for her, because if it was for her, she would take the photos and fill them up in her house. Yeah, this is me sour breaking. I'm allowed to be petty. So who else do you want me to talk about? Vinka. Vinka got a baby and a man and she forgot about everything. And I don't blame her. Who? Azawi is doing her thing. She's winning, but there's nothing to bring home. Wait, is Azawi dead? I've always wanted to know her sexual orientation. Not that it matters. No, seriously, guys. I shouldn't go there? I shouldn't go there? Okay, I won't go there. But I love her. I feel like it's some clarity. You know when Keko was here, we all used to play pretend like we didn't know. But we knew. Because we used to see her at Shiba. Speaking of Shiba, yo, guys, I have a wild conversation. Muchukira, when Shiba had just started singing, she had a
C-section scar. Look up her old photos. She actually had a C-section scar or something like that. Where's the baby? Or did she have her appendix taken? Had it disappeared? Those are things we need to talk about, okay, since we're talking entertainment. For real. She legit, I'm going to show you them photos. I'm going to look for them. She legit had that scar. Where the baby at? Well, but we used to see Keko and her. And then we still complain that we don't know what was going on. To this day, she still comes on social media platforms and she's like, dear ladies, go out there, get what we need. Where is the man? Where is the girl? He ain't got nothing wrong with you. Just say, something's off. Or I'm just being the petty one. Who knows? I am who I am. So when you guys ask me to talk about the entertainment scene, I am simply asking, talk about what? I can't even talk about Tanzania. The only thing they have coming from there is Diamond Platnumz and his entire Wasafi. Hatuna vya vitu vya vitu viteke na Diamond just apakuwa hit ku hit babazala mu bukazi bwana. Story why went there yo. Kenya. Well, Kenya's YouTubers are more prominent than their artists. What the fuck am I going to say about a YouTuber who tells you about their life every day? Absolutely nothing. That's what I'm trying to say. Rwanda, DJ Pius. DJ Pius. I'm just saying. There is not much I can talk about on the entertainment scene because it's begging, it's wanting, it is Teddy. But if you go to the political side of things, oh, it's fire. Who is sleeping with who? I think we need to do like a random thoughts of politicians sleeping with other people or other politicians. Like an expose. Would be nice. You know, it would be nice. Of course, it will get you killed, but for the time it lasts. All these politicians who are sleeping with young minors, that's a conversation that most of you don't want to have. But we know the stories. Yeah, politics has the fun, juicy dirt. Anyway, that's been my Friday. I'll catch you guys again within the course of the week. I hope the week does bring us more interesting conversation and more interesting, of course, we all know it's going to be peppered with embezzlement, money was stolen, this wasn't good, the government sucks, we all suck, fuck it, it's a lifestyle now. But until then, I'm glad I did share this Friday with y'all. I'll catch you on the flip side. I'm out. Peace.